throttle response. So if you're sitting there with just half the throttle and you press the button, all of a sudden it accelerates because the throttle movement is now more sensitive. But it's the car's traction control settings that really impress. Here's a standing start with the traction control fully on. Go for a big and it sort of goes nowhere fast. The power is reined in, leaving you stuttering off the line. Now if I switch the traction control off, try the same sort of dynamic start with lots of rev. The rear wheels light up like Catherine wheels because there's nothing controlling that mighty engine. Now select M dynamic mode. Now, quick start and it launches you off. The Goldilocks setting. Not too much, not too little, just right. It's amazing how quick the M dynamic mode lets you go without you getting into any trouble at all. Traction control's now becoming a much finer art and not that horrible constant interruption. But of course, at the end of the day, it has to go off. And with a choice of different throttle, damper and steering weight settings, all of which you can program into your handy M button, you can tailor the car's handling to suit. In my case, everything's set to extreme. Now there's a little bit of understeer pushing into the corner, but as soon as you tap the throttle, you can get that back to do the turning for you. The steering feel as well is getting better now. I go faster. I've got that sport setting on the steering. It's a bit heavier, giving a bit more feedback. I can just feel what the chassis is doing underneath me. Brake-wise, there's a little squeak occasionally because they've slotted in some competition pads for doing lots of laps around this Po-Arnaud circuit. And they're very effective indeed. Cost a little bit more, mind you. The car is just alive in your hands and a real test of driving skill and fun and enjoyment. The M3 may have grown up a bit from its earlier student days, but under its new, more mature guise, it still relishes the chance of a wild day out.